All right, so it's the time of the year that a lot of people, including our staff, Hannah Welker in particular, have been going out to haunted houses, and we go trick-or-treating, and people go boom to you. The question,
I'm cool.
All that scary stuff, can it actually hurt your heart? Joining us now, you are medicine cardiologist, Dr. Eugene Storozinski. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's scary this early in the morning, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But yes, there's a lot of scares going around right now. Do we need to be careful?
I think we do, in general, need to be careful, but really it's those patients that are at risk for having underlying heart disease that need to be most careful when going to a haunted house or going to a haunted movie or something like that.
So should people go and get checked out beforehand, because you have conditions that go undetectable? They have no idea there's a problem.
I think if there's a strong family history of having heart problems early in life, then maybe, but just to be able to attend a haunted house to get checked out by a cardiologist, no, it's not recommended, nor is it really necessary.
In simple speak, how could someone who maybe has a heart issue, how could this go wrong?
So pretty much what happens is that you have an excess production of adrenaline, right? And we need adrenaline in order to be able to do our normal activities, to be able to go for a run, etc. But it's that overproduction of adrenaline at that moment in which someone is really scared that can stop the heart. And that could then cause someone to pass out as a result of that. Usually that only occurs if they have a predisposition to it. So if they've had previous large heart attacks, if they have a genetic predisposition to having potentially harmful heart arrhythmias, that can certainly cause them to pass out. But in general, going to a haunted house, a haunted hayride, it's not going to scare you to death unless you really have a predisposition for it.
If you don't have a predisposition, but you do this a lot, can that injection of adrenaline, so to speak, cause any damage down the road if you do this repeatedly, or can it actually be healthy to almost exercise the heart a little bit?
So short bursts like that are likely not going to have any lasting effects on the heart, but I guess it's like anything else. We all get adrenaline if we exercise, if we do sprints, right, or if we do very long runs. And in general, I as a cardiologist recommend that to patients because it's good and healthy for their heart. It's those rare occasions that someone can just be so overwhelmed with fear that could cause them to get into trouble.
Is that why we sometimes see the warnings on like a roller coaster, for example?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That definitely same idea where, these very short, unexpected bursts of adrenaline can certainly have some significant consequences for people that are predisposed to it.
Broadening this out just a bit before we end here, there are a host of things you can do to help your health and your heart specifically. But if you were to say one thing, if people say, I have the capacity to change one thing in my life, what do you usually tell them?
Lifestyle. First and foremost. So if you smoke, stop. If you don't exercise, start. Those are really the big changes that you can make in order to really have a positive impact on your overall cardiovascular health.
Interesting, and I'm guessing that can do a lot more than not going to haunted houses.
Absolutely.
And visit the food truck rodeo in moderation?
In moderation.
Okay.
The food truck rodeos, they're a great concept, but if you do that daily and a regular basis, then maybe not so much.
Right.
All right.
Very good. Great advice.
Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.